there are a lot of pretty big anime-related debates going on in the community that haven't been solved in years. Misinformation, not enough information, wrong opinions, so much crap just fogging up the truthful answers. But today, I will take all of the debates and resolve them with logic and... Are traps gay? Sops versus dobs versus... We're gonna cover all of them. Let's start. So right off the bat, the biggest debate in the anime community. Subs, which means Japanese anime with English subtitles, or dobs, which means American voices but no subtitles.
There's a rice cracker inside. I call it the crispy crackly rice cracker bun.
This may be the strangest name for a pastry, but the taste is even stranger than the name is.
It is, isn't it?
I feel that to really understand why one is better than the others, we have to look at their pros and cons. So, why are subs good? Well, as this website has stated, subbing doesn't lose as much context as dubbing. So, there isn't that many things lost in translation. Also, they retain honorifics like Oni-san! Who doesn't want to hear that for the whole duration of the show? Also, they retain things like sentence-ending particles, which means Naruto ending his sentences with yo, or the cute little anime girls saying nya all the time. Okay, pretty good points. But no, they aren't! If it's not obvious already, the dobs are superior. Screw the honorifics, that just adds more to the sentence that you have to read. Are we watching a show or freaking reading a book and removing a thing where the characters are ending their sentences with one word constantly? Thank you for removing that. I don't know anybody who would willingly subject themselves to that kind of horror. It's already annoying having some obnoxious catchphrases spewing out all the time, but also ending the sentences with nya, nya master, nya. No, thank you. And speaking of lost in translation, Scarlett Johansson was pretty hot, you know. But even for subs, you're taking away the original context to translate it. So it's going to get lost anyway. Doesn't matter if it's subs or dubs, they're both the fucking same. But I can learn Japanese when the voice actors speak Japanese and I can look at the translation in the subs. Sure you can, buddy. But this applies to the anime that has the option for both, of course. Like, overall, it's a pretty stupid argument. If a series is out that you want to see and it doesn't have a dub version, just watch the sub version. And if it has a dub with competent actors, then watch the dubbed version. There are many shows that even outshine the original creation. So it doesn't have to be one or the other. Stop arguing about stupid stuff like that. Instead, let's look at cartoons versus anime. So this is also one of the dumbest things I've seen from the community. People saying that anime shouldn't be called cartoons. They are completely different things. Ooh, anime has to come from Japan to count as anime. They aren't cartoons! There are so many problems with that. First of all, a lot of anime is made outside of Japan these days. Or at least what looks exactly like anime. You give King's Avatar to any anime fan and they're gonna say it's anime, unless they freaking look it up on Wikipedia. Or even Netflix's original Castlevania, you wouldn't say that it was made in Texas. Cause that shit looks like freaking anime. So if they aren't anime, what would you call them then? Cartoons? And does that mean everything outside of Japan are cartoons then? So if you're going with that argument, then you have to agree that there is no artistic difference between cartoons and anime, only their origins matter. But let's get into semantics and ruin this argument with logic. Okay, cartoon. So, it's a film using animation techniques. Now, anime. It's a style of Japanese animation. Well, by definition you have it then. Every anime is a cartoon, but not every cartoon is an anime. It's not one versus the other, it's one inside the other. Okay, for the ones who have fallen on their heads when they were little babies, I'm gonna put it into more simpler terms. It means every dog is an animal, but not every animal is a dog. Fucking Americans. But I can kinda see where the butthurt comes from here. Since when people are saying cartoon, they usually refer to kiddie shows. But if you think that, then you're as bad as the people who think anime is meant for little children. Since there are so many adult cartoons made these days. And if you still want to argue about it or something, then you have to realize that anime is not a ones and zeros game. It exists on a spectrum. It's a fluid. Oh, the big three. One Piece, Naruto, Bleach. Which one of them is the best? Now, there are people who have spent hours debating on that topic, making countless amounts of videos just to prove that they're wrong. Cause it's obviously Naruto, One Piece, and then Bleach. Anime versus manga. Now, I'm not sure this even is a debate, but I just want to clear the facts up that fuck the manga. If I'm talking about an anime, then I don't care about what happened in the manga. I'm judging the anime as its own unique creation, and it shouldn't be necessary to learn every single piece of information about that topic or that show or that weird whatever that is. I'm only covering that in that specific medium. I mean, you don't go over to film critics and say like, oh, you can't say Batman v Superman was a bad film if you haven't read all of the comic books beforehand, because those were so great and explained everything. Pokemon versus Digimon. Both of them were exactly the same thing, like kids enslaving animals to fight for them. Pirating versus legal sites.
Now, the reason I want to talk about this topic is because it's so damaging to the industry.
That pirating in the short term would be a lot better for the industry, the consumers, and the streaming sites.
There is no good reason to pirate anime. A lot of people like to pretend that there are, but...
Well, pirate sites are bad, and legal sites are kinda shitty, so... pass? Can I pass the question? Hinata versus Sakura! The ancient best girl fight where all of the best girl fights started. Quote me on that. You got your pink-haired tomboy versus your purple-haired... I don't know, girl? Now, I feel that this battle is bigger than me. I can't just give you my thoughts on the matter, it's too subjective. We need concrete evidence to put this argument to rest. And what better way than to consult the internet? Our first contestant is Hinata Hyuga, former heiress of the Hyuga clan, a member of Team 8 and the lover of Naruto. Our second contestant is Sakura Haruno, part of the Uchiha clan, a member of Team 7 and the lover of Sasuke. Girls, on your marks, get set, go! Right away we can see that Sakura has started with a massive lead, but Hinata is catching up to her. She's so close, but Flat Chest manages to evade her, and oh, what's that? A sudden dive! Hinata's in the lead, oh, but it's a bamboozle! They're going neck to neck. She manages to jump high, but then they fall. Sakura's in steady lead, and then again, totally matched. Hinata's in the lead. No, Sakura's in the lead, and bam! Oh, that's a hard decision. Can we get the photo of the finish? There you have it. It doesn't matter what you think, cause the facts have spoken. Sakura is best girl. Leave Sword Art Online alone! I know it's cool to hate on it, but it's a pretty good show and one of the best isekai out there. So, just please, calm down, relax. Don't have to make fun of it. Unless it's me. Versus Puha. Now, I can't really say out loud either of those words, because YouTube won't share my videos with anybody. So look, let me get real with you for a second. In life, there are many difficult decisions that you have to face. Some people might tell you one thing, other people will tell you something else, and it's a constant struggle between doing what you think is right and what's not right. But the most important thing is that you stay true to yourself and do what you like the most. Don't let anybody tell you what is wrong and what you shouldn't do. Sometimes you can pick both. So let's not divide ourselves and make up some stupid wars. Let's just enjoy. All traps gay? Haha! And to finish this off, the age-old question of, are traps gay? So, are boys who dress like girls gay? Wait, hold on. What? Oh, what if you like those boys who are dressed like girls? Oh, okay. I see, that's indeed a bit of a pickle, yes. Well, what does gay even mean these days anymore? It's all just a fluid anyways. No, seriously, what's the definition of it by today's standards? I'm pretty confused. Lighthearted and carefree. Well, I don't see why anybody wouldn't want to be gay. And there you have it! Shit, this is recording. Yeah, I just solved all of your anime-related problems in one simple video. And I know, since I pretty much covered everything, there's no things left to debate anymore. But if you might come up with something, just leave them in the comments down below, and I might cover them some other day. I guess I can end this video with this simple sentence. Who gives a fuck? The whole point of anime is just being a form of entertainment. Stop making the community look bad. Unless it's for a joke, of course, then it's completely fine. Subscribe, like, and comment.